The Democratic Alliance is the second biggest party in South Africa. These guys can't even feel, I think the biggest they failed, I'm speaking under correction, the biggest stadium they failed is Rand Stadium. I saw them trying something in Durban the other day. So the reason I'm quoting them is because I have a problem with these political parties who we always ask, where do they get these numbers? Where does DA get these numbers? DA, so it's very funny, because it could be that the people who are voting DA are hiding, or white people who is an open race for people who vote DA are not happy going out in public and supporting this. They want it to be done by African people, and African people are embarrassed to go out for DA. I don't know the answer, and I'm asking. The reason I'm asking this is the EFF has been accused many times of being a cult. Julius Malema has amassed lots and lots and lots of numbers from his youth days, and he has always been an attraction. And to an extent that I would even debate that he alone is so strong that he could fill lots of venues. So what is the catch now? Marshal Dlamini, the Secretary General of the EFF, goes to Durban. He makes it rain, red rain. I mean, he fills up the street. That motorcade was huge. And that's the Marshal Dlamini only. The reason I'm stating this and the importance is EFF have proven many times they are not a cult. They are not a one-man party. They are not a one-follower party. Even if Julius Malema were to quit, die, or anything, the party will continue. And this is a massive thing, because there is no one who can draw those numbers. Well, of course, DA has no, but it's because they have not been accused of it. The EFF, unfortunately, on the other hand, has been accused of it, and people have accused it of not having the great numbers that they have if they were to, Julius Malema were to resign or to change. But they have proven many times. I've done a video where Julius Malema says he's not a dictator. In fact, he expects hard work from his fellow fighters, and I've said it many times. If you are lazy, you cannot survive in the EFF, because that man is a hard worker. Give Julius Malema all the bad reputational things that you want to give it. One thing that you cannot fault the man is on his hard work. That man works so hard. That man works very hard, and you are not going to blame him for working very hard. That is work ethics, and maybe those who hate him might hate him for other things, but you cannot blame him for being lazy. So Julius Malema has proven that. And why am I stating this? When Marshal Dlamini was filling up the streets of Durban, Julius Malema was nowhere to be seen. Julius Malema was, in fact, having a bigger, well, I'm not sure which one was the biggest crowd, was having a bigger campaign in the University of Limpopo. So the EFF numbers are shocking. These guys have big numbers. So when I'm saying big numbers, you ask yourself, then what happens, and why do they not get number 2, and why do they only get those numbers that they have? These guys have big numbers. These guys have big numbers, and I've done a poll asking what is the most difficult venue to fill. It's FNB. No one has ever filled FNB besides EFF. There's no venue that's big enough, that is not too intimidating for EFF to fill. I think, so EFF is big, and they are not a cult. They are not a one-man cult as people have been accusing them of. So why do people vote DA? I don't know the answer, and I don't know why they do not want. Well, like me, like most of you who are sitting there, maybe the choice is I'm sitting this one at home and I want to watch it. It could be possible. It could be very possible. But I'm asking myself, ANC, big numbers, MK, big numbers, EFF, big numbers. You would assume these are the biggest 3 political parties in South Africa. But if they are not, I don't know, but you tell me. But these are the biggest political parties in South Africa based on the crowds that we see and the voice and the volume that we see on social media and other spaces. So I just want to check who is the biggest? Who is the biggest, and why can't DA fill up stadiums? The reason I just want to know, why can't they fill up stadiums? Why can't they fill up stadiums? And if they can't fill up stadiums, does it mean they don't have actual numbers? And the biggest, of course, is, does it matter to fill up stadium? Does it matter to have large crowds of marching people? Is it important? Because DA doesn't fill up any of those numbers, but what it does is it has massive voter support, and it uses the same people that are associated with those political parties, and those people are African and blacks in particular. Those are the people who give the DA numbers. But anyway, please check it and let me know. Number one, Julius Malema is not a single cult. That we have proven they can pull numbers without. Number two, DA is unfortunately having big numbers on the polls, but not big numbers on the crowd in matches and in filling up stadiums. What is the reason? Please, let's teach each other politics. Mashiane, politically incorrect. Thank you. If you stayed this far, please, man, just make me a favor. Just subscribe and share the content with others so we could continue learning politics through each other. Thank you.